Hey, what the hell's going on, you guys? This is Two Player Negative AE, and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi When They Cry. Let's just jump right back into the game a little bit here. We were basically just finding out that what's her name is the cause of all the noises that people are hearing. It sounds like if I had to just describe what I think that or where I think the story is going, is that if someone's about to die or someone's in critical condition to die, it they're able to kind of hear or experience what's her name. So it's like, okay, I guess, or like terminal condition. I guess I don't really know what's going on, but I kind of know what's going on. Anyway, let's continue. Let's not waste any more time. No, I'm not sure. How do I go back? Perfect. Here we go. Just showing you my appreciation. Anyway, we now know that the Sonozaki family is not the culprit. I have no idea who else would want to kill me. I know. This village is supposed to be the safest place. Or I know, the village is supposed to be the safest place in the world for you. You're right. It's supposed to be the safest place. There are plenty of people who would protect me here. It's ironic. For a long time I've been refusing all those people who've been trying to keep me safe. Rika. I think we should rely on EDA. Oh wow, that sounds like the worst idea. People in this village love me and they cherish me, but they never saved me when I tried to get away from the fate of my death. I spoke to several villagers in the past, but they never believed me, and none of them saved me in the end. I think they didn't believe me because I had no idea who was trying to kill me or what the motive was. If I could explain that, people might believe me more readily. But I can't do anything about it. No one believes the little girl who is saying that she's going to be killed without rhyme or reason. All they think about me is that I'm the rebirth of Oyashiro-sama and the leader of the Furude family. They do cherish me, but they won't protect me with their lives. I don't think EDA is the person to trust. On the other hand, EDA and his people are totally different. They realize how special I am, and they would try to make sure nothing would happen to me. I have a feeling. Well, I mean, we're getting close. So they're eliminating a lot of people from the whole situation. I am curious. I'm curious a little bit about Rena still, just because there was that one chapter where you mentioned Satoshi, and Mion was like, "We probably shouldn't mention Satoshi anymore," because like she was still crazy in that chapter. I forget what chapter it was, but it was like she was crazy in that chapter, and like we knew she was kind of crazy. Whenever we mentioned Satoshi, she would kind of go like, "Oh, I'm here now." If I confess to them in life in danger, they'll do their best to prevent it. They've all kept me away from violent situations. However, none of it really worked in the past. If I had to like guess somebody towards the end here, EDA is definitely someone who makes a lot of sense. If we had to like pick an antagonist, it would probably be EDA or Oishi. But I feel like Takano, since Takano was close to EDA, like it makes sense. Also, we don't know where EDA was with all the other murders, so I don't know. Anyway, in other words, asking her for help is completely useless. She's supposed to be reliable, and she's not reliable. It's ironic that I'm the only one who knows the reason why they could never save me. I wonder if that's the murderer's plan. Tomitaki and Takano get killed because they're my guardians, and then I get killed after them. I think Takano's death is definitely related to your death. If it's the same fate, I mean, if the same suspect is killing them for the same motive, I might be able to change my destiny by preventing their deaths. I don't know if you remember, but we've tried that once before. The deaths of Chitano and Tomitaki mean the loss of my protection. Because the two of them die, the suspect is able to kill me. That's why I've tried to prevent their death somehow. But they never believe me. I tried so hard to persuade them, but they didn't listen. I eventually gave up and just thought of their deaths as fate. It's the same hopeless feeling I used to have towards my parents when I was able to go farther back in time. When I found out that their death was destiny, I lost interest in them. After many times had passed, I forgot how I used to try to prevent my parents' deaths. Besides, I thought you hated EDA and his people. Yeah, they look at us but nothing but their guinea pigs. I support them so I can help Satoko, but it disgusts me that they're only using me as a test subject. I've been resenting EDA for that reason. But I'm supposed to be closer to him. After all, he's the only person who understands how important I am. He's the main person I should be talking to and has the most potential for protecting me. I can't just avoid seeking help from him just because I don't like him. I've asked for him for help several times before, but Tomitaki and Takano get murdered even so, and it ruins everything. After their deaths, EDA will panic and he'll be useless. That's why I gave up on seeking help from him. But I've been blessed with a positive situation in this world. I will never have a fortunate start like this again. This is the best chance I'll ever get, so I should give it my best shot. I really don't like him at all. But he's not a bad person. I should respect him more. He's serious about helping Satoko, and he's not as crazy a scientist as I think. Takano is a strange person too, but she's also someone who can give me great support. But she thinks I'm only her guinea pig. That's why I don't really want her help. Tomitaki is more reliable than Takano. But the biggest problem is that he only visits the village a few times a year. On top of that, he always dies before I get killed, so he can never help me. However, they must be the people I should be talking to. If I can change the fate of their deaths, they should be able to save me from my death. Perhaps I was able to live until the 58th year of the Showa because of their effort. I think I'm going to try to talk to one of them one more time. But don't worry, I don't have any expectation of helping them anyway. If they die, I'll still be fine. Such a cruel girl. I chuckle at her comment. I'm sure they will change my fate if I can prevent their deaths. I think I'm going to talk to them, based on the notion they will be killed. I'm going to ask them how my safety can be assured after they die. That way my life will be protected even after their death. I'm sure that they will offer me the best protection plan, but I will lose it as soon as Tomitaki and Takano get killed. That's why I never get their protection after Watanagashi. Hence I get killed. In other words, I'm pretty sure that the killer's target is actually only me. But as long as Takano is alive, I'm protected by a strong security plan. It prevents the killer from killing me. So in order to kill me, the killer murders Tomitaki and Takano, the core of my protection team. That way I'll be exposed to the suspect. I realize that their fate and my fate are connected. That means once they are killed, my death will be definite. I don't know if that's true. You should know what you have to do first then. Yes. I have to think about saving their lives before thinking about mine. I think it's ironic. I gave up on them because I was more determined about saving my own life. But I finally came to the conclusion that I must help them before I help myself. But I still don't understand. The killer must be killing me with a strong motive. However, no matter how much I think about it, I can't think of someone who would want to murder me. I can only think of the people who want to protect me. They would do anything to save my current environment. In fact, they made my mom disappear too. I don't even care about my mom anymore. I never got along with her, and she's the one who took my father's death the wrong way and made a huge deal of it. She got what she deserved. I'm a valuable guinea pig for them too. And I can be a bomb too. No one benefits from making me explode. There's only disaster awaiting if that happens. Lots of people will be lost and nobody will gain anything from it. According to Takano, my death would be like the eruption of the volcano to the village. What? I'm not interested in what happens after my death. Why does Takano say that? Is Takano the villain? I feel like EDA's whole group is the villain. You know, EDA, Takano, Tomitaki. No, that can't be true. I don't believe that. Wait. If we're going by the logic that the people that are about to die can hear what's her name, then that doesn't make any sense. Maybe that's just a rule I made up myself, and that it's not actually a rule. But like, I feel like that would explain the rule like very well. But then why does Tomitaki not actually hear it? Well, no, because Tomitaki does hear it. Or did he not hear it? Did Tomitaki hear the noises? Someone tell me in the comments. Like, I'm legit curious because I don't remember. Maybe Tomitaki did hear the noises. No, he didn't. He couldn't have. No, he did. Did he? I don't know. Now I'm confused. Because if he did hear the noises, that makes a whole bunch of sense. Everything makes sense. But then that would mean that she was there. Oh, there's so much going on. I'm not interested in what happens. No, Jofi can die. It's fair to say that they are here in order to prevent the eruption from happening. I would get suspicious of them if they were going to gain something from my death. But everyone knows that's not the case. My death would create nothing but a disaster. They are benefiting from my existence now. Perhaps it's not about a profit, but about a grudge. Maybe someone has a strong grudge against my family, and it kills me not knowing that I'm the bomb of the village. That's why I was suspicious of the three powerful families, especially the Sonozaki family. However, after observing them in numerous worlds, I feel that's not the case. I felt that way in several lives, but it always had something to do with the incident with Keiichi and the doll. It's clear that there's nothing going on between the Sonozaki family and my family. In that case, must be some crazy worshipper. If it's not about profit or a grudge, it might be someone who has crazy religious beliefs. We've had 4 murders in a row, which we refer to as the curse of Oyashiro-sama. It would be interesting if the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama got killed on the 5th year. I'd hate to be killed simply because it's interesting, but I think that's one possibility. Ironically, I would have to suspect it's Takano if that's the case. Takano is famous for being a biased researcher of the village traditions. She's only interested in the village history because she already knows who I am. She's doing the research based on the notion that I'm important, so she would have no reason to kill me. She would desire to keep me close to her as her research sample. It's hard to believe that she would kill her favorite toy. She might be willing to kill someone who would try and harm her little toy. I will never find out no matter how hard I think. I just know that someone is definitely going to kill me. I don't care about anything else as long as I can get away from that fate. No, I take that back. I want to escape my deadly fate, but I also want all of my friends to be happy. And I want the rest of my life to be happy too. I don't want to hide myself in the forest for a long time just to get away from my murderer. In fact, I've tried that once before, but I still had the same ending. Living in the forest was a horrible experience. I think I was able to survive until July that time. I think that's the longest I ever lived. I smile bitterly and finish the rest of my orange wine in the glass. I must talk to EDA again. I don't like him, but they're my only hope. It's getting late. I should get to sleep now. I think so too. Good night. I lie down and close my eyes, but I can't fall asleep right away. Suddenly, I remember Rena's words out of nowhere. It was no good when I was thinking about it on my own. I'm not thinking about it on my own. Talking it out with Hanyu. Now I know. It's important to talk to other people. Friends have greater meaning than I thought. You can talk to them about anything. I finally realized that. Dude, when we were all in the circle, like, what legit 100% we should have brought it up. The fact that we didn't bring it up in the stupid circle when everybody was like, oh yeah, talking with people is like the best thing that you can possibly do. And she was just like, I'm gonna not tell anybody about this. Why would you ask Takano for help first? Why wouldn't you talk to your friends first? Have your friends create like a self-defense force. If you know that Tomitaki and Takano are gonna die, ask all of your friends for help. Like, that should be the next logical. That would be the first thing I would do. Also, that was a really long end chapter. Like, I thought it was gonna end in the last one, and we went 16 minutes into this episode and it still didn't end. Oh my gosh, received a new tip. Let's go read that shit, dude. What is this here? Rika always thought that there were 4 members in her family. She could clearly see all of us. Her father, her mother, and me. She had no idea that I was invisible to anyone else but her, Hanyu. My appearance is different from other humans. I may look like a human, but I can't hide my horns. It's obvious that I'm not human. I hoped that since Rika has seen me since she was a baby, she wouldn't be bothered by my ugly horns at all. And that hope came true. Just as chicks believe whatever they see first as their parent, Rika accepted me as her family as a matter of course. Even though I have these horns. Rika and I have been close ever since the day she accepted me as a family member. I became closer to her than her parents. I couldn't even remember the last time I was able to communicate with someone. We stayed together all the time. But her family, especially her mother, denied my existence. Since her mother strongly denied me, Rika and her mother became distant. Rika didn't learn certain things that many children learn from their mothers. That's why I taught her instead of her mother. It's ironic how that made her mother resent Rika even more. Rika used to fight with her mother a lot about how she talked. I guess she talked very similarly to me. Besides the fact that she didn't get along with her mother, Rika was a pretty normal girl. She was just like Satoko. She loved running around the woods and doing mischievous things. However, in June of the 58th year of the Showa era, Rika's life was taken. All we want is a happy life for Rika. All I can do is find a way to that bright future. It's sad to repeat the same tragedy over and over again. Although it's devastating, we can still find happiness within this endless world. Furude Rika's destiny is a tragic at dead end. But I'm secretly enjoying the fact that I get to spend more time with her than what normal people can enjoy. It's not just Rika. They may not see me or hear me, but being with Satoko, Mion, Rena, and Keiichi is also a very fun thing for me. I can never be one of them, but I'm still with them. Yeah, I feel like before we even talk to Takano, like our first step should be talking with our friends. I just don't understand, you know? Alright, what do we got going on? Of course, here we are. Oh, good. I'm surprised to see you here on a day other than Sunday. I have something I want to ask Takano. Is she here today? No. She must be on a date with Risa-san. I wish I had a date too. Why do you call him Risa? I don't understand. You should ask him yourself. It was a small mistake I had made when we first met. It was funny how he reacted. I don't get it. It's what nicknames are all about, though. What did you want to talk to her about? I will see her at the meeting tonight, so I can take a message if you want. Thank you very much, but I'll talk to her directly. I see. I must get back to my work now. Are you not seeing any patients today? I've been busy with paperwork for the meeting tonight. I've been preparing it for a while, but I didn't have enough time. I'll get in trouble if I don't finish my work. Plus, you're busy coaching the baseball team too. You have so much energy. I'm such a busy guy. I've been looking for a cute maid who could take care of the chores to help me with the other work, but I have no luck. He laughs and looks at his watch. Seems like he's in a hurry. Do you have any idea where Takano is right now? They're probably going to different places in the village. I know they always meet at the shrine. She left not too long ago, so she still might be somewhere near the shrine. I look at the clock on the wall. I guess I just missed her. I have no time to chat with him. Thank you very much. I'll try the shrine. You shouldn't distract those lovers, since they only see each other 4 times a year. He smiles mischievously and waves his hand at me. I go back to the shrine. I try to park my bike by the stairs that lead to the shrine grounds. Totoko and I are the only people who park our bikes there, but I see more than 10 bikes there today. People must be gathering at the convention room. There are lots of meetings when the Watanagashi festival gets closer. Seeing all those bikes reminds me that the summer is almost here. Most of the bikes are old and beat up, however I see 2 unfamiliar bikes parked there. They are sporty mountain bikes with the same design but different colors. They must belong to Takano and Tomitaki. I go upstairs and look for the 2 of them, but I can't find them. Is there any place that has a nice view for taking pictures? I try to look for them, but I still can't find them. So I start looking for them based on what Takano might like. I can only think of one place. How is it, Jito-san? Yeah, it's a pretty simple one. All I need is the right tool. I should be able to open it in a minute. You can do that? You open the lock to my heart, but that's not the only thing you're good at, huh? I'm going to curse you. The 2 of them jump, surprised as I suddenly appear in front of them. Hello, Rika-chan. It wasn't nice of you to scare us like that. It's not nice to try and open the shrine storage lock either. She's right, Takano-san. You can't do something like that. Tomitaki concedes right away, but Takano is stubborn. She makes up excuses trying to fool me. I know how much interest she has in the shrine storage based on my previous lives. I'm impressed with the way she's trying to cover up her interest. The shrine storage is full of the dark history of the Onagafuchi village. It's full of bloody and vicious tools that Takano is fascinated with. She should have a good guess that those things are inside of this shrine based on what she has been researching. She's making up some story about cultural treasures and stuff, but it's obvious that she's just making excuses. Tomitaki is also listening to Takano's phony excuses with an impressed look. I try to hide what's inside this shrine storage to Takano because I don't want to spread the brutal information about the holy traditions that they used to have in Onagafuchi village. It would be a disgrace. As a member of the Fude family, I can't let that happen. Looking at the history of the Onagafuchi village and the way Takano does is a painful thing to Hanyu as well. For Hanyu, the shrine storage is a special place. I don't know what's so nice about being surrounded by those scary tools, but she feels cozy when she's surrounded by the smell of old times. The storage is like Hanyu's hideout. When I can't see her, she's usually relaxing in the storage shrine. I don't want Hanyu's peaceful place to be turned into the bloody, horrifying place Takano believes it to be. That's why I've been keeping Takano away from the storage. I wonder why I act so mean to her. Is it because I hate her? I should stop feeling that way. I have to keep in close contact with Takano and Tomitaki. I'm not giving up just because it didn't work out before. I'm going to try one more time. This world is different from the other ones. I might be able to change their fate, which may change my destiny. Hanyu, I'm thinking about showing the shrine storage to Takano. Oh, wow. Hanyu makes an irritated face. Takano will go crazy if she sees what's inside of there. She'll be spreading rumors of the bloody history of Onagafuchi. Hanyu is not too excited about that. I'm not trying to earn brownie points with Takano, but it might give me a chance to talk to her. I don't think she'll listen to me if I keep acting mean to her like this. Oh, wow, wow. I understand that Hanyu doesn't want her to be inside this holy place, but she can't do anything more than be irritated. I'm the one who can make the ultimate decision. She'll forgive me if I promise to eat something sweet later. Takano, if you will keep it a secret, I'll let you in. You serious? You're letting me inside the shrine storage? What's the catch? Nothing. I'll let you inside the shrine storage. You mean this storage? Inside of this building? I'm not trying to be smart with you. I'll let you inside of the storage. Nipa. Oh no! Game crash! Oh good. Oh good. Oh no! Let's just... Oh goodness me, I have to get back to that point anyway. Okay. This is going to be a shorter episode. I apologize. It's just the game crash, so I gotta figure out what's wrong with it. Oh good! Great news! So I'm gonna go try and figure that out, and hopefully upload a longer episode whenever we kind of get past that point, and see what's going on. I mean, just to spitball here at the end, I don't know if letting her in is gonna change anything. I mean, maybe it's gonna be interesting how we explain what's in there. You know, we can let her in, but then she's gonna be like, Why do you have? What are all these bloody tools?" And then I'm gonna have to, like, as Rika, explain everything, or try to explain everything. I also think that Takano kills Tomi, or is, like, has a hand in Tomitaki's death for some reason. I don't know what that is. There's definitely there's some magic shit going on. So we know that the game's willing to get magical. It could be that Takano's possessed or some shit. There's doppelgangers going on. Doppelgangers and possession, as I think, like, maybe the two things that I have to think about. I feel like the doppelganger is like us from another story, you know? And God, it's hard for me to explain. I feel like the doppelganger is us from another story, and that everybody's kind of in on, like, expelling the demons from the story. So, like, I was at I don't know how to describe what I'm thinking, but it's a good theory in my head. Like, I understand it. It's just like, if Keiichi wasn't there, then that's Keiichi from a different story, and because Keiichi of that story was no longer welcome in that story, they kicked him out. They, like, were, like, mad at him, you know, and he kind of, like, went crazy in his own world. Which is why I think maybe there's possession, because it seems like whenever we go into demon mode, like the same shit happens. We get elevated, we get all this shit, like, all this shit happens, and we're a demon now. And that's what's happened with what's her name. That's what happened with Keiichi. Maybe that's just, like, how you go crazy in this game, or like something like that. But I don't know. It just feels like that's a, like, significant thing, as well as the fact that they're trying to shy away from all the murders aren't related, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if it's a tradition, you're telling me that it's just, like, if they're just completely unrelated from each other, I just feel like they're trying to shy away from that and just say that this is a one-time incident, and that the other things didn't have anything to do with the plot at all, which does make any sense to me. So I definitely do think that it does. Anyway, that's enough of me talking to a black screen. I apologize that it crashed. I'm gonna go figure out what's wrong with it, and try and get back to that point. And then in the meantime, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good one. Whoosh.